WROMANHBDV News. I'm Helga.
And I'm Minerva.
Today we are going to talk with a few people about the devastating eruption of Mount Vesuvius.
So, let me get this straight. It completely wiped out the town of Pompeii, but there are still survivors and witnesses?
That's right. Many residents of Herculaneum were able to see the eruption. There were also a few fortunate people who were able to escape on boats before the deadly wave hit the town of Pompeii.
Wait, I don't really know how volcanoes work. I mean, what actually happens?
I'm in the same boat. I always thought they were magic. But for a second opinion, let's ask Dr. Pumblechuck. Dr. Pumblechuck. Yes, I'm here. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you. Could you tell us about this eruption?
Sure, we know that Mount Vesuvius erupted in 6 pyroclastic surges. The first 3 waves didn't hit the town. The next 3 demolished it. Surprisingly, the 4th wave was responsible for the most fatalities. Intriguing.
Fascinating. Now, could you give us a little background information about the volcano?
Sure, Mount Vesuvius is a stratovolcano, which is often the most dangerous. Stratovolcanoes are usually formed in subduction zones, where one plate is drawn under another. I actually have a diagram of the cycle with me. In this case, it was when the African plate subducted beneath the Eurasian plate. As the water-saturated sediment on the African plate was pushed farther into the hard mantle, the water mixed with the hardened magma, lowering its melting point and causing the rock to melt. Because melted rock is less dense than hardened rock, the magma rises until it finds a weak spot in the Earth's surface and a volcano is formed.
What does Mount Vesuvius look like?
Well, it has a distinctive humpback shape, but the height has been constantly changed due to eruptions. The top of the volcano is a cone that was just formed from this eruption, but it is surrounded by a summit caldera due to the collapse of an earlier structure, Montezuma. And...
Thank you, Dr. Pumblechuck. Now, moving on to our next interview after this break.
Sponsored by Gladiator Sandals. They will stay on even if you don't. Hold on, we have some live footage here, just released from the eruption. You won't want to miss this. We have Venus Estella, a survivor of the eruption outside of Herculaneum. The town Pompeii is completely covered in ash, lava, and debris. Can you tell us what it's like to survive this disaster?
Sure. Authorities have determined that about 10,000 or more have died, but most of them did not feel any pain because they died instantly due to the 250-degree temperatures. Others suffocated from the ash that engulfed their lungs, a very brutal and tragic death.
Can you tell us what it's like to witness this event?
It was pretty bad. The smoke, the gas, and the heat.
Do you think there are any upcoming dangers to this area?
Well, there was a lot of ash and debris that covered Pompeii completely, so I don't think it would be a good place to live for a little while. There's also the threat gas plumes could infiltrate the area, and any people interested in moving to the Pompeii area will also have to be particularly cautious after any rainstorm, because mudslides are very dangerous and often unexpected.
How did you escape?
Well, I was relaxing in my Roman bath, newest model of course, and all of a sudden I heard a noise, some kind of rumbling I guess. So I grabbed my toga and ran outside. Then I looked around and I saw that others were emerging from their homes, and nobody really knew why our mountain suddenly had smoke exploding out of it and lava gushing down the sides. Anyways, it did not look good, so I ran down to the waterfront and pushed my way to a boat. And well, that's all the time we have for interviews today, folks. We have also just been informed that no one will be re-entering the city because of the mass destruction. The city is completely buried in, not lava, but ash from ash clouds. The ash column that was shot into the atmosphere will also result in long-term global climate shifts in the future. In the immediate area, the weather will be more rain, thunder, and lightning. Because the ash particles reach the stratosphere, the pieces are able to block some of the sun's rays, and a 1/2 degree colder temperature can be noted. Now, our final segment. Our guys backstage have been working all day to give you guys at home a simulated volcanic eruption to get you the feeling of what it was like to be live at Vesuvius.
Well, after this, we will come back to you with a live report of Emperor Titus's new healthcare plan.